BBL smell bad is trending. Women can't wipe poop away. So I wanted to revisit this subject again. Many of you have heard about this. I talked about it in two other videos that a lot of women who went and got BBLs, they are experiencing some very serious odors. And doctors have actually begun speaking up and explaining why this is happening. Men who've been with women who have BBLs have also been sharing this. They've been pointing out that, for example, they go out to the club and all of these women that are hanging out together that have the BBLs, he smells like Cheetos or dirty socks, and that's the BBL, and it's not just from the process of getting a BBL, but it's also from the fact that these women who've gotten these BBLs, they are not able to wipe their bottoms clean because they can't reach around there. You have women who literally put on 25 pounds when they get these BBLs, and they don't know how to maintain this. They don't know how to reach around there. So as a result of that, they just basically walk around with fecal matter inside of their bottoms. But let's jump into the video because this is a serious subject and it's very unfortunate that it's happening.
Joseph, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
All right, so the BBL chicks do not like my recent video about BBLs trending because apparently they smell bad. And I understand it's a controversial issue. If you ask a lot of women in general, even the ones who don't have BBLs, you ask them what do men prefer, natural bodies or women with BBLs, they will tell you BBLs, and they'll mean that. When countless of times we see those like street interviews of men answering that same exact question, and they always say they prefer natural. What they didn't want, apparently, what I'm finding out is a lot of these chicks didn't want men to start having this conversation about the smell with the BBLs. I know this because I saw this post recently on TikTok. Here's what it says. It says, I was just informed about the BBL smell conversation going on between men. And so men are talking about this BBL conversation, which has been a conversation from what I understand for a while now. What have I learned so far? Because one thing I definitely got wrong is I kept on mentioning plastic inside like a woman's cheeks. And I didn't even realize that they don't do that much anymore. It's now usually fat. Regardless, there's a lot of disgusting things that I didn't know that I found out for the first time. Number one being that a lot of chicks do have an odor down there based on either when they first get it, there's some type of discharge or fat and all types of chemicals coming out. And then later on, a lot of these chicks don't know how to clean themselves because they're not used to having the oversized booty, and they have to learn how to clean themselves. In case you didn't believe me, here's a doctor saying exactly that. Yes, check it out.
2 secrets that Instagram models don't want you to know about their BBL. Wiping down there is going to be a lot more difficult because there's more to reach around. So if you're around somebody with a BBL and they smell, well, when you see an Instagram model travel for a cheaper price, understand it's not quite as pretty on the way back. Example A. We hope they find a comfortable seating position. Let me know which procedure you want me to expose next.
All right, so this just isn't any doctor. This is a plastic surgeon who's revealing secrets. And so this has been a conversation. I found videos from 2023, like, for example, this one with the caption, when you go into the stall after a female with a BBL, y'all be stinking.
Damn! God damn! God damn!
There she is spraying with disinfectant spray. And also, I saw a bunch of comments from chicks in my comment section just basically talking about how they've heard about this, but they weren't sure. And they're like, wait, is this true? Here's what's interesting too, is that you have guys who have had experience with chicks with BBLs. And what it sounds like is it has a lot to do with the person's hygiene once they actually get the BBL. And so you got to be careful. Here's a story.
In order for you to have a BBL, you have to stink for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's the sad reality of a BBL. I live in Miami. Miami, the BBL capital of...
Hold on. Just so we're not confused. The girl who spoke earlier, she was being sarcastic. She didn't say you have to stink for the rest of your life. But this guy is sharing about his experience dealing with chicks with BBLs in Miami, which is like, has a high concentrated amount of women with BBLs. Let's listen.
Of the world. We got some of the best and worst BBLs in the world. And in the club, sometimes it do leave a little trail.
Damn.
You know, like we could be in the section, and it could be like 2 or 3 BBL baddies, and you wondering like, look, like who the hell got cheesy fries?
Word.
You know, like who got their socks out? You know, something don't smell right. It ain't the champagne. It ain't the Hennessy. It be the BBLs, and when they bundled up together,
Yeah.
it's like a trash pile. You know, not all of them, but you gotta understand, it's like physics. If you was a chick that was like,
Okay, so this guy might be, just being sarcastic because I'm looking at the comments here.
all right, 150, right? 150 pounds. And then you got a BBL. So the BBL made you probably like 170, 180. You're not used to that go around. You feel me? That hand to back motion, you're not used to that extra 20 pounds back there.
Right.
So when you cleaning, you may miss a few little specks. You feel me? You know, I know a chick, she be doing waxing, and she be saying them BBL baddies be coming in with specks, and you know the thong was supposed to be blue, but it's brown in certain sections.
Oh no!
They can't get that go around.
Oh no!
You understand me? So
oh no!
Yeah, that BBL do got to smell. You feel me? But if you could get through the backshot air, you know.
Hold on, this guy says, "Get through the backshot smell." With the question marks, that's a mission I don't ever want to embark on. Me too, man. So the guy that was talking about, guys, we keep on hearing a consistent theme here of trouble with wiping. What's going on with the wiping? Ladies, we need answers. I'm going to get so much hate. I'm going to get so much hate from the BBL chicks, man. We need answers. What's going on? I'll be genuine with this conversation. I think it's a case-by-case basis. But it does sound like there are a lot more chicks who keep clean, but enough of them who don't.
You know, I mean, guys, here's the thing. If you have such a problem where if your bottom is such an issue where you need to take special care of it just to keep it clean, maybe you need to think twice. A lot of these BBL women, what they're doing is wrong. And I'm going to explain the reason why it's wrong. If they want to have that back there, and a lot of men don't know this, they can go to the gym, they can work out and work their glutes, and they can literally build that. They can build a bottom. It's true. It's 100% true. That's what a lot of women do. You know, they actually have to go to the gym and they have to work out and build that. They have to eat right. So they have to get their weight. If they're too skinny, they have to get their weight up. Okay. And then they have to learn how to redirect it. Okay. So get their thighs, so that their waist is slim. But the areas that they want to have those curves, will have those curves. There's quite a bit of science to it. But these BBL women, they don't want to put in the work. They want to just hand it to them, And so they go over to these countries, or they go somewhere in New York, someplace in Chinatown, and they try to get these things done. And a lot of these women end up, unfortunately, getting Control-Alt-Deleted as a result of their decisions. And it's sad. And these plastic surgeons, they need to keep putting them on blast. They really need to keep putting them on blast. Because as men, we are being deceived. Like if we look a certain way, guys, whatever a woman sees is what she gets from us. It's like, if we are handsome, if we have all of these looks, it's because we had to go to the gym. It's because we had to work out. It's because we had to take care of ourselves. We had to literally build this. Everything that they see, we had to build it in a gym. These women, they want the easy way out. They want everything handed to them. They don't want to live for what they have. It's ridiculous. It's 100% ridiculous. The truth is also that a lot of women we have a lot of fat on our bodies. Just let me make this very, very clear. As human beings, we have lots of fat on our bodies. We absolutely do. So for women's for women who don't have anything in the chest area, more often than not, there is an option. There's a possibility where they can actually have fat removed from other areas of their bodies, and they can have that fat transplanted to their chest. And then, using that fat, they can create natural, bumps that are made from their own body fat, and that belongs to them. They don't want that. They don't want that at all. They want fake. They want these fake things. You see, I had a friend when I was in college many years ago, and he said something very wise. He said that a handful is enough. He said that he's good with a handful. And this guy was so damn wise. He was like like a country guy. And this guy was he was a very intelligent guy. I'll tell you, sometimes you get older and you realize these simple guys that people used to talk crap about, like, oh, you're going to end up being a construction worker. Ends up being a construction worker. And then 10 years later, he owns his own construction business, is worth millions of dollars and multiple properties and everything else. Like this guy, these are the kinds of guys that succeed in life. These are the kinds of guys that succeed in life. And his philosophy, we were around the same age. Maybe I was a little older than him. And his philosophy in life was very straightforward. You don't need any more than a handful. And he said anything more than a handful is a waste. And he was damn right. I don't know what's wrong with some men walking around with these women who are like, I don't know what they find attractive about this. Like, what do you find attractive? I don't find it attractive. You know? Like for example, I find Mexican women attractive. There's this notion though that like all Mexican women have these things. No, that's not true. There are many slim Mexican women, But it's like this BBL thing is just sick. It's very, very sick. This is one of the reasons why so many guys are going overseas and they're dishing, and like one dude says in my comments, they're getting rid of Aisha and getting Trini instead, because Trini is fit, feminine, friendly, and she doesn't have any of this BBL nonsense. If she has a booty on her, she went to the gym and she worked for it. Everything on her usually belongs to her. It's especially like in the Philippines, Japan. Now, don't get me wrong. There are places like South Korea where they are kings and queens of plastic surgery. So I'm not saying that, Asian people do not get plastic surgery. But it's just so bad in Western society where everything is fake. Everything is fake. With the South Koreans, they still maintain like a slender figure. They're not trying to get these huge chest implants. They're not trying to get these BBLs. They're trying to look fit, feminine, and friendly. While, in America, you've got these women who are trying to get these, they get the lip implants, so then they have the duck lips, and they get the chest, they get the chest implants. So now they've got these two, things on them. Like, and what, guys, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but when you touch those things, they don't feel good. They don't feel good in the hands. I just don't understand a lot of men. I don't understand a lot of men. You like these BBLs, but the BBL isn't natural. So you touch it, it doesn't even feel good, bro. You like the chest, but the chest isn't natural. It feels terrible. Like you don't even want to touch it. Like I've literally been with these women. You don't want to touch these things. They feel like rubber. They feel artificial. You're like, oh my gosh, God did not make this. It's like you can't even hold them. Like, what's the point? It's like you just want to look at them like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Bro, you can't even hold it. It feels terrible to touch. It's horrible to touch. Like, I tell you, Sims are such obsessive dudes, man. Like, these guys are so kind of, like, these dudes are brain dead. These dudes are 100% brain dead. Guys, don't forget to check out my Angry channel where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go over there, subscribe, check it out. There's some great content over there. Support my work. BBLs smell bad is trending. Women can't wipe poop away. What do you guys think about this? Are you shocked? Have you had any experiences like this before with women who've had these types of, bottoms? I want to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And don't forget that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.